Okay, so poultry is a completely different beast because poultry is the exception to every rule. So most poultry in the U.S. is produced through vertical integration, very similar to how swine is, especially with large commercial operations. So there's really two different types of poultry operations. There's egg production and there's broiler production. So your egg production is where we're basically producing eggs for human consumption. Okay, so you're talking about laying hens. And those hens are typically confined to cages or a floor pen system where the eggs actually fall through the floor and onto a conveyor belt. And those eggs are cleaned and graded and packed all at the farm. The laying hens will produce eggs for about 72 weeks, so year and a half-ish. And then they're sold for meat once their production cycle is complete. This is where your chicken nuggets come from McDonald's. About half of laying hens are raised through vertical integration contracts. And then broiler production. So broiler production is where poultry is produced for meat consumption. These are your meat type chickens. They're fed a very high quality feed, and that maximizes growth. According to USDA standards, hormones absolutely cannot be added. My favorite chicken commercials are I think it's like Sanderson Farms or somebody, where they pick on all the other producers that claim that, oh, we raise our chickens without antibiotics, and Sanderson goes, of course you do, because the USDA doesn't allow it. I just find it funny. Producer will raise several flocks of birds every year. Broilers are really only in the system for about 6 weeks. They're grown up for 6 weeks, and then they're sent off. They're processed into cuts of meat, also value-added products. Cuts of meat for chickens are a little bit different. Because they're so small, they're not really processed into primals and subprimals. They're just processed into chicken parts. So your chicken breasts, your chicken tenderloins, your chicken thighs, your chicken legs, that sort of thing. And then, of course, your value-added products, like your sandwich meats, your pre-cooked products, all that stuff. Approximately 99% of broilers, so almost all broilers, are raised through vertical integration. And then replacement pullet production. This is another type of poultry production, although it's not a very big one. But this is where you're raising chickens to replace either your egg-producing hens or hens for your broiler operation, because in order to have broilers, you have to have breeding chickens. We'll talk about different methods of breeding in the next video.